Hey, and welcome back to another Gwent Arena run. And this time we have some interesting syndicate picks and monster pick. Now, I'm just horrible at syndicate. I won't even try to disguise that. Even right now, I'm not good at constructed. Like constructed, I haven't focused on it. I don't know what the meta is. But if you had to give me as a constructed syndicate deck, I would really just fumble it. Having said that, I do want to give this a try. You know, it does have a little bit of wiggle room to be good, so I want to see if I can make this work. And if not, hey, it'll be a okay. Just here quickly, it'll be a learning experience, and we won't shy away from a good learning experience. Very interesting decisions here. We got two Vandergrift. It's Vatier there is also pretty good, but we have no way of guaranteeing a lock at the moment, so I think that this is the best way forward. Dryad Enchantress, easily the best card here. Another Vatier coming down. Brothanis as well, and a Mata. These are phenomenal picks. I would want to grab all three of them if I had the option to, but we do not. I'm really looking at that scenario, and thinking to myself, let's give this a try. But getting just elves, or getting just celestial cats, or getting just siege engines to make these kind of things work, or death wish units, it's so tough in arena. But if you pull it off, the gamble is usually worth it. They are just such strong cards. Let's give it a try. I don't guarantee that we'll get where we need to go, but we have to give it a try. Master Mirror, an amazing card. Even if we only get to use it once, it can always provide us with something new, something blue, and something borrowed. Between these ones here, Crushing Trap is the best one. Just focus on getting... Oh, that's phenomenal. I can't say no to that. Just need to focus on getting elf units. Scorch here. Our deck is relatively low to the ground at the moment, so a Scorch doesn't seem that bad. We'll pick it up. A Temple Guard is definitely the play here. Hideous Feast, I can get behind. It can be solid removal. Can also maybe put something into the range here. Dryad Enchantress is probably the best card here, but at the same time, the problem with Dryad Enchantress is that it will ruin shoot value. What is the chance of us getting shoot? 100% after we pick this. Oh, it didn't. How interesting. I honestly thought. Okay, with that being said, then I think the Treason is a good line of play. It's really solid and strong removal. Toad Prince, can't say no to that. Just a great power swing. Also can't say no to Puffco Gale. Always removes, always helps remove, always helps bait out removal. Aglaris is... Ooh, Aglaris, you are tempting me. Why are you tempting me so much? Because if we can get value out of this and some kind of coin spender that boosts, Aglaris has so much potential to be great. But without that, Aglaris doesn't have that much potential to be great. We need syndicate units, but this is not syndicate we need. Still, it is the most points, so we'll grab it. Come on, give me those elves. Give me those elves. Milton. How do I feel about Milton in the current situation? As if he would need a lot more to work, so... This is just a solid 8 points. This is always going to be a solid 6-7 points. Let's grab the 2. Another Puffco Gale. I mean, that's nice, but... we don't need Puffco. What we need is an elf. Still, we will keep picking up these Scoia'tale units as they come towards us. Grimace is easily the best card here. A second Mutter? Are you insane? And a Yennefer's Invocation? Oh, that's such a tough pick. I mean, right now, Mutter, I think Mutter is probably up there with. It's just, I'm gonna do this quick. Just give me a sec. I just want to see, it's 8, 9. Okay, so we'll get the scenario, which is, and we get Vigo and the Scorch. Okay, so we got Mutter value for days, except we don't have any elves. And here's an elf. We do have a trap. We have an elf. We have a trap. Do I pick this? Yeah. We do pick it. We do pick it, and it's not the best card there, but we do pick it. It does just enough for us that I feel like it's important to get that pick. Eredin. Thank you, Eredin. You're an elf. You are an elf friend. Like, you are a friend to the Scoia'tale. You don't even know it yet. Guys, let's just this will give us more coins, but we have no ways to spend all these coins that we get, so I don't see how good that can be. We could make this work. We could definitely make this work. It's a little tricky, but I do see the potential in it, so we'll grab that. Hey May Flamidica, to be honest, has done some cool things for us in the past. It has provided healing in a time when needed, but the Weeping Willow, it's got some harmony synergy, and we do have quite a few units here that can help us in terms of that harmony. So I do like the Weeping Willow here, but I have to recognize what we Hey May Flamidica has done for us in the past, and because of that I am more tempted to pick this. Deal an enemy damage an enemy deal. I don't know what's going on with me. Damage an enemy unit by 2, increase the number of targets by 1 for each adjacent mage. Weeping Willow. Okay, and finally another Dryad, useless. Traveling Merchant is actually pretty okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Farseer doesn't do anything for us, and Firestorm Scribe, paying that tribute is useless. Honestly, I feel like it's worthless considering. And then whenever you spawn 1 or more units to the battlefield, gain 1 gold. I like this for one reason and one reason only. If we play Faint Death and Firestorm Scribe, he can get us enough coins to get a Slice Seductress going. But without that, it doesn't do much else. So let's rather pick the card that's going to benefit our deck long term and actually help us just get the cards we really want. It's not always going to do that, obviously, but in the times when it does, we're going to be very thankful we picked him. Otherwise, that double Mutter play was so tempting, but the amount of points we will be letting go if we don't.
A shark out of water's still got its teeth.
If we didn't play out all the elves, I feel like was worth. Okay, so here we're almost in complete elven territory. So close to it that Grimmest, you can stay for now. You are only around 3 card. There is double elf, so we do have that going for us. But without Crushing Trap, this is a horrible, horrible play. Let's do this. We need to throw someone away. You get out of here. And the thinking behind what I'm doing right now is that we're gonna just try and fish for
Yet another day on the road.
a better card. So let's remove that. That's not a better card. Really not a better card. That's it's a worse card. That's okay. Not even a worse card. I mean, it is a better card, but it's not the exact card we need. We need Crushing Trap to make this dream work. I think we have a really strong deck. I think some of the deck is going to rely on the stars aligning for us and the moon and the planets all being in perfect sync so that we can especially get value here. So what do we need? We need to do an excess of 3 damage to get 3 coins to make this work. So we would hit something. We would then follow that up. This has got to be God. Yeah, that's Enslaved. Don't ever pick Enslaved. Enslaved's only ever going to 3 points in value. It can be so traumatic.
Juiciest leaks in town. Get him here.
We'll start off with Puffcoat Gale. Obviously, you know, he hits for 2 if he had only Scoia'tale units, but that's not why he's here. He's here to bait out removal and do some damage along the way. Though it is very difficult to find a solid line of play here without either using a leader ability or committing too much. Having said that, what I'd like to do this round is play Grimmest, play Vico's Muzzle, and play Treason and get out the round. That is the ideal line of play for me. I know it's going to be very tricky because if we are using Vigo's Muzzle, it means that Treason might have one less target. I wouldn't mind a Toad Prince opportunity as well, but everything else, so 1, 2, 3, 4, we're okay with committing to this round. Anything after that is too much. So I think we do Grimmest first. We have nothing to purify, and that's okay. Because the Toad Prince here is a little premature. But it's still just a strong enough play that I don't see how we pass it up. And we don't miss a point of damage. Even though that is a primed Vigo target, we don't miss a single point of damage here. It's a very strong hand. I mean, a few bronzes in these places would have been ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Also, do keep in mind, I gotta keep in mind, we have Scorch and Vanagrift. Vanagrift is sometimes a very easy card to forget you have, so... Okay, this is perfect pass. It means we can play out a three card game, and one of those 3 cards is hopefully Vanagrift. Also, we get that Crushing Trap. It would change our life. Okay, so we got what we got. Not the happiest about it just yet, but we need to keep digging, we need to keep fishing and finding what we really need. Ultimately as well, the other player is master mirroring the Feign Death out of here in case we don't draw. So this is pretty safe, because what we can do is we can master mirror, get rid of the Feign Death, and then if our opponent lets master mirror live for 2 more turns, we can then play this out of the deck. So it's a pretty solid line of play. That's gonna give us a little bit more of what we need right now, so we're gonna grab that. We'll drop the Feign Death. So, okay, so let's just do this again.
That was not in the spell books.
We get Vanagrift. We're happy about him here, so it's okay. It's still okay. But I think I'd rather drop you for now. It's at the top of the hand, so we know we're gonna draw it, which is okay. What it also means is that when we have mulligan twice in the next, when we mulligan once in the next round, we would then be able to see whether he's worth the drop or worth the keep. And getting that crushing trap is so vital to the plan here. Without that crushing trap, our deck still has the momentum and opportunities there to win, but without that crushing trap, the Feign death becomes kind of dead, and the Eridan only does so much. Even though it's a total of 9 points, it's not that bit extra that you want to see.
Stand and fight, cowards!
That's a very interesting play. We can lock that up. We can scorch it. If we lock it up, we are 10 points at 9. If we scorch it, we're 5 points ahead. So the difference is, do we want to be 5 points ahead or do we want to be 10 points ahead? I mean, do we want to be 5 points ahead or do we want to be 1 point ahead? The answer is, I want to be 5 points ahead right now. It also means that we can play Vandergriff a little bit more safely, and that is a concern that Vandergriff just dies. I don't want him to die, obviously. We want him to do his part in the team, and it is to survive and go over to the next round. It was very aggressive, our opponents, that start. I think our opponent's going to be really sad when he finds out he can't snatch anything from us. If he plays anything within 5 points, I don't care too much about that. We could obviously just hit it down, but that would be such a waste. We don't want to lock that either. So now it's a good turn to play Vandergriff.
Don't retreat! Damn it!
It was always going to depend on that card, and if it was something that we could snatch, something we could take with Viggo's muzzle, we would have taken the opportunity to push this game right to the end. Since it is not, we'll be happy right here with what we have. I'm just worried about the Master Mirror. It's just that with Syndicate they have so many spenders, and I might not have the way, I might not find a way to spend the coins that these cards might, you know, demand, what they might want. Why am I stuttering? And that could be a little bit of a problem, but overall I think that
He who knows too much dies too soon.
okay, we're fine with that. If you really want to remove that and prevent it from coming into the next round, he has to go down a card, and we don't mind that at all. I wonder if it would have been worth, if you have like a tourney joust, if you tourney joust Vandergriff and then use your leader ability to steal him and go into the next round with 1 point. I think it'll be worth it if you have a way to also heal the Vandergriff back up to 5. So a reset or a heal, I think, is worth it. It's a very tough decision for him here. Does it leave me going into the next round with 5 points, or does he, you know, eliminate that 5 points in this round? It doesn't matter how you look at it. Those 5 points are gonna be dealt with. I mean, in the next round, obviously, you don't care about Vandergriff on the board. There's gonna be other situations, but it is an interesting dilemma you have to think about, like what. And we have Vandergriff now to purify that, which is pretty cool. Okay. Iron Soldier can go. Okay, I think that kind of seals the deal in terms of trying to keep these elves in hand. Didn't quite work out, but we have a very strong hand here, so it's not the end of the world. Obviously, we would have loved to have some more premium power plays, Mata being one of them. Even Monroe here would have been, you know, very useful going in. Crushing Trap would have been insane in the membrane. But overall, we're okay with where we are. If our opponent even decides to now just go straight for the poison here to get rid of Vandergrift, you know what? More power to him. If he does not... The only thing is the Crushing Trap still does 9 points in value. Not the Crushing Trap, the scenario, Feign Death, still is worth 9 points. So we could keep it.
Rather die than bend the knee to the Emperor.
That's a very easy pick. Like, lock and we get 5 points, a 10-point play. I find that to be quite okay. The only thing that would have, you know, the only thing that makes that better would be Aguera. But not an option. So this is fine. Okay, starting the game up 10 points ahead. Our opponent already a card down. I don't think there's going to be much that's going to be able to stop us here. If we have to take a 4-point hit with our leader, I will take it. And the sooner I want to get this leader used up as quickly as possible. I want to get the Slice Seductress out. So
Did you insist?
okay, a little bit on the annoying side. I think an Eridan here to clear this with 1 tick of frost is pretty okay. But actually, no. Yeah, Alvin Deadeye is the play here.
Hold the lines!
Elren has shown us the way.
Okay, so that's gonna give us what we need for next turn. I am going to play the Slice Seductress now. And that Master Mirror is just looking a little awkward.
This'll be quick and painful.
Another thing we have to deal with before we can do, before we can proceed. We have to lock that. Every time we do something, we're just losing value, but we have to respect these cards.
Our world is in harmony.
We definitely just have to, you know, show the proper respect to these cards. There's no reason to think we can do better. Okay, so okay, so that is what it is. I think now we can definitely start off with a hit here, get those 3 coins in.
Fist tick for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the dream.
Looks like some light reading.
I think we can definitely do this now. We aren't going to be able to get rid of the tall boy there, so we can focus on doing what we can with the cards at hand. And what we're going to do is, depending on how he might proceed, we will Grimmist, but alternatively we might just go Dryad Enchantress. And I might even put a little bit of armor on this, to be honest with you. If he plans to remove it, and maybe he's got like a spell that does 2 damage or something stupid, I might honestly look at putting an Enchantress charge in there. But primarily I want the Enchantress to go here first of all, just so that opponent loses his enslavability. Eridan obviously is never going to get that dominance play, so he's always only going to be there for 9 points of value. And Funny. Speak of the devil and he shall arise. Okay, his lead ability is always gonna go off, no matter what. We can't get around that anymore. And the Grimmest is looking weaker and weaker by the turn. But these bad boys are not. Still.
Gods, not a moment's peace.
The reason I did that in that order is because I have this thought in my head, and it was a quick thought, I couldn't articulate it as I was thinking, because there's like this quick, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can do this. So the thought is, we could do Eridan next, followed by Master Mirror, followed by the Dryad Enchantress, and then get a refresh on this. Now I know we'll be losing some value after Dryad Enchantress, but the value we'll probably get back through Master Mirror's mechanics potentially is worth more. And because of that reason, we're going to just deviate from trying to get this vitality value and go for the value in a new card.
Let's get this over with.
I mean, it's okay, I guess. We're still slightly ahead, and I think we can do a little bit of an Eridan play here. Let's annoy him back with that frost. We're never gonna get dominance, but we don't need dominance anymore. We just need solid play. So that's my feelings. I hope that it works out like I see it happening in my mind. And my mind just says that a 4-point unit that can give 3 points of vitality, a syndicate card with a gold syndicate card could provide more value. So it might not be the case. We might get something stupid like Philippa, in which case, you know, we lose a lot of value. But there's also a lot of good things we can get. So I don't know. I really don't know. Once again, I'm not very strong at playing Syndicate, so it's a very tough call for me, because I know I was familiar with every single card. I'm not actually familiar with every single goal that Syndicate has. I'm also, you know, I'm not. There's a lot of unfamiliarity there that I have to think about before I.
High time to pay the piper.
So we just get collusion, huh? Oh man, that's horrible. What is? Let me just understand this card. If you control a unit with the gang category Blind Eyes, increase all other effects by 1. Counts plus boost an allied unit with the lowest power by 4. Cut ups damage an enemy unit with the highest power by 4. Fire Swarm, and then Tight Cloaks. What do we have? What is she? She's a blind side, so blind side, blind eyes. Increase all other effects by 1. It's so bad, so bad. Okay, so we get to reroll that, and our enchantresses get to stay on the board as long as good old Master Mirror doesn't oppose to this plan. Okay, Skull comes down.
You must fight for the hills and the woods.
Let's try this again. Okay, put a bounty on an enemy unit and damage it by 3. Tribute 3. Ignore your target's armor. Nine points are definitely better. It's definitely quite a bit of an improvement for us.
Oh, I love the smell of a burning village in the morning.
Can we get anything better than this? And the reason I ask is because right now the Dryad Enchantress, I can put armor on him and prevent 3 damage, which is substantial. It is value, but is it more value than the Professor? Let's
We've
find
no
out.
need for your forges.
Let's find out. What do we get? Okay. Look, it's not the worst card. I think it's still an upgrade from Enchantress. So, and it's definitely an upgrade from what we were gambling. But we'll see if this value translates. So we have 2 more points on board. We're currently 1 point ahead of our opponent, and we can spawn at least 8 here. Yeah, I'm feeling it's so tight. It feels, you know. Oh, right.
Asking me for help. Now that's smart.
So we win.
Curious.
Damage needed by 2, death blow, gain 2 coins, trigger the death blow even if blah blah blah.
Why work for what you can simply take?
And there we passed this just by the skin of our teeth. It's tight. I think this deck will be interesting going forward. I think that there are some things that can really pop off and other things that can't. I really want to see if we get Feint Death off. If we can get this Feint Death off, it's gonna be glorious. And I think if we had some other cards, that round would have been a little bit more in our favor. So I do realize we have quite a strong lineup here, and I think we can make it quite far, but I first need to see more of these cards in action before making that judgment call. Alright, so let's just jump into game 2. I was going to pause, but the game's like, I heard you, man, I heard you, here's your game. I'm like, okay, man, thank you, bring me my games. That's all I ever wanted, just a good game. Okay. So we know what we're doing, we know the general game plan, and we have pretty good starting hand. Well, actually, this is actually such a good starting hand here. Yeah, this is. Once again, we have Feint Death in our hand. We are going to be aiming to get those 2 elves and trap in our hand. But till we get to that level, just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. So until we get to that level, this is going to be quite a round one. With the fact that we have 2 Puffco Gales in hand, I'm very excited to see. I don't know how I feel about him doing that, but I'm looking at this. I'm just looking at if we start the game off with this because it's got harmony. I think I'm going to do that. I think the harmony procs here is boost off by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a Scoia'tale unit with primary blah blah blah. So
Time to dump or get off the privy.
that's fine. That's honestly pretty fine. It doesn't do anything, so it's fine. So here we can Puffco Gale.
Well, I guess it's gonna take some
It gets
more
boosted up
passion.
by 1. Alright. And then he removes Puffco Gale. Then we play another Puffco Gale and he boosts us by 1 again. Right, that checks out. Right, the math checks out here. And this crushing trap is 5 points. Okay, so he
The child, return her to me.
locks up Puffco. Oh, and he gets lucky. He gets really lucky on that swing, but we don't mind that too much. Anyways, now we just play our second Puffco Gale here, and since we only have Scoia'tale units on board,
The salty winds are blowing.
this is fun. Can we continue the charade of only playing Scoia'tale units? No, we can't. Vandergrift has to come down. Treason's the play. Prince Toad is also a pretty good play right now.
A receipt? I could draw a pecker on your forehead if you like.
I can treason this down to a 2. Actually, I can treason that down to a 0. I know it's not the optimal treason, but it is one that does us a lot of favors, so let's get that out of there. We would have loved to have a little bit more on that treason, but we're happy with what we were given there.
Nothing turns my guts more than a filthy mage.
Still, we are in a very good position here. Prince Toad turns the tide of battle for us. We want to get the last 2 points of value there. The Prince is really, really good here. So is just playing Vicovaro Novice. So if we go Prince, we are one point behind, right? We're close enough that I'm comfortable with pushing, and depending on how far behind we fall now, we could either go Holger here. That's gonna be a crushing trap or some sort of trap that's just gonna annoy the crap out of us.
What has that witch done?
I was honestly hoping for an incinerating trap. It would have been just a beautiful play if Yennefer's Invo comes down. I really hate that he's got Yennefer's Invo in hand right now. So much. But we do have the muzzle, so we need to draw that muzzle at all costs. So much so that I'm okay with just trying to get another card here.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Mata is beautiful. Mata is actually so good that we can drop Feign Death now, and then depending on how good the hand is at a later stage, we can then decide whether we're going to grab the Feign Death. Yeah, we're okay here. The Feign Death comes back. I keep forgetting it's that the novice here doesn't put the card at the bottom of your deck or shuffles it back in, it just puts it on top. So the Feign Death does come back here, but it could be what we need to really win this round. Let's see something. I just want to see I think this is, how much is this? This is 12. This is 12. It's a 50-50 chance right now. Because, and we have nothing else. We can't drop that, can we? We need to drop this first. That's a good counteracting play, and we need to drop this first. There's not enough points. And that's 6 points is okay. We always knew he was gonna play that. That's why the Grimace here is really good. It just
Nothing better to do.
counter that play on point while still giving us a 1 point lead. Now our opponent is in a tough situation. Like, he must have gone in here happy saying, yeah, I'm gonna take one card in the next round, but then we've come down and said, no, buddy. Yeah, we can't do anything about that, but we can definitely do Mata here. If we get the Scorch, it'll be insane. If we don't get the Scorch,
This dance, you will never forget.
so our opponent has to just pass here, right? I mean, he has committed a second leader charge, and now he's in quite a predicament. If he does commit to this round, can you smell that? Can you smell what the Rock
Feeling a bit peckish.
is thinking about cooking? And the rock is thinking about cooking. Okay, he's really committed to this round, so I'm gonna commit back to this round just as hard. Actually, we need to... Do we give our opponent a chance now to pass, or do we say no, you now have to fight for this round? The difference between giving him the chance to pass and letting him fight for the round is Master of Mirror. And he has to fight for this round. We figured that he's gonna have something along these lines. We're okay with that. That's not a problem. Master Mirror is gonna come down and just change our luck. Let's see. I'm not opposed to placing bounties on targets because we can get something else down the line, but we need to really step it up in terms of the value department and what that entails. So I might re-roll here, though. Let's be honest, a re-roll on the soldier is actually worth less. This is 6 points. This boy only comes down at... But he does place a bounty, so we could place a bounty, kill something, gain all those coins back, play the Dryad Enchantress, and then see if we get a nice spender. Sorry, bud, I'm just strategizing. I needed to, you know, think about what we wanted to do. Okay, so he is not gonna fight this round. We don't need this.
I've a special buyer for you, Chappelle.
We're gonna just grab the 3 coins, take it into the next round, and hopefully this will just come really in handy for our mink. Okay, that's good. That's okay. We'll start off with the Dryad, she can go. We'll start off with the soldier, he can go. The Dryad comes back. It's fine if the Dryad likes to see us play. Okay.
Go back across the Yaruga, you buttheads!
I don't even know why I picked Monroe. I actually forgot. I mean, I could have done so much better there. My bad.
Speak up. I can barely hear over the sound of you
Oh,
drowning.
this is gonna be so fun.
Let's hurry.
Elren has shown us the way.
He already got one value, so he's got his gold there, and if he wants to use it, he can use it, but I also want to use it, so give it to me. Sorry, I'm just thinking about... Okay, so he's re-rolling.
Novigrad. I love the city.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't put a shield on that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so fixated on stealing the Master Mirror that...
Sure, be glad to.
You know what? I don't...
The forest holds many secrets.
want to give that an opportunity to get any more value. Honestly, I know that I hesitated there. I should have done that a turn earlier, but I also feel like I was letting that get out of hand, and you know, sometimes you change your mind, and you know, you have to make other decisions. I was so fixated on trying to steal. What the hell's going on outside? Yeah. I was so fixated on trying to steal the Master Mirror so that we could make use of him and improve our deck that I kind of went blind to the fact that he needs to be put down. So I think it doesn't matter whether we put him down or we let him stay, we stole him, we would have won this game. Really good deck, really clunky leader ability, but we're getting there, and we'll get there some more in the next episode. Till then, peace out and have fun.